He raced 9 yards for the touchdown after Lebanon's offense had went on the field. Now Columbia, I guess, will attempt the extra point. So let's see. It's going to wind up 27-6 or 27-7 unless they go for 2. So Ronnie Pilla races into the end zone, and on the kick, who we got, Tommy?
That's Burke in to attempt the PAT.
This will be the last play of the game. Snap down, placement kick. The kick is up, and the kick is good, and the final score, Lebanon 27, Columbia 7. Lebanon has beaten Columbia 27-7. We'll be back in 2 minutes for the totals of this football game.
Tonight against the Lions of Columbia Central by a score of 27-7 as Lebanon improves to 7-2 on the season. Columbia drops to 6-3. Next week, the Blue Devils of Coach Mark Medley will be at home in the regular season finale against Cookeville, a District 7 AAA game, a game we have to win in order to make it to the playoffs as the district runner-up. Columbia will play Franklin County. A Columbia win will give the Lions the district championship. If Columbia wins, they'll be their district champion. We will come back to Columbia to play those guys, provided we beat Cookeville. If Columbia were to lose to Franklin County in their regular season finale, they miss the playoffs altogether. They finish in 3rd place, and that means the Blue Devils would travel back to the pit in Fayetteville to take on Lincoln County. Terry Stafford has all of our numbers, and Donnie back at the station. When Terry is through with his stat report, we'll go to a 1-minute break following the stats and come back for the Mark Medley Show. But here's our man with the numbers, Terry Stafford.
Thank you, Tommy. Lebanon wins tonight's ball game 27-7. Let's recap the scoring. And at halftime, Lebanon led 21-0. In the 3rd quarter, 4:36 left in the 3rd quarter, Triplett throws his 3rd touchdown pass of the night. This one to Jade Sellers, covers 17 yards as Lebanon goes 48 yards in 11 plays. The extra point was no good, and Lebanon led 27-0. Columbia scored on the last play of the ball game. Ronnie Pilla runs in an 8-yard touchdown run as they go 72 yards in 7 plays. Greg Burke adds the extra point, and there's our final. Lebanon beats Columbia tonight 27-7. Statistically in the ball game, on the ground, Columbia 37 rushes, 119 yards. Lebanon runs the ball 43 times for 223 yards. Through the air, Columbia tonight 1 of 4 passing, 19 yards, 1 interception, no touchdowns. Lebanon through the air 63 yards passing on 4 of 8 passing, no interceptions, 3 touchdown passes tonight for Greg Triplett. Total yardage in the game, Lebanon 286, Columbia 138. First downs, Columbia with 8 first downs, 7 on the ground, 1 passing. Lebanon with 13 first downs, 12 rushing, 1 through the air. There was only 1 turnover tonight. That was Columbia. They threw an interception. Penalties, Lebanon penalized 5 times for 25, Columbia 2 for 10. Individually in the game, first for Columbia, Trumaine Cooper, their quarterback, 11 carries, 15 yards. Kevin Williams, 8 carries for 24. And Ronnie Pillow, thanks to 50 yards late in the game, finishes with 18 carries and 80 yards. That's 37 carries, 119 total yards for Columbia. Through the air, Cooper only 1 of 4 passing, 19 yards, 1 interception, no touchdowns. 119 on the ground, 19 through the air, 138 total yards for Columbia. Individually for Lebanon, Greg Triplett, 2 carries for 1 yard. Zach Dirksen, 8 carries, 26. Zach Manier, 5 carries, 25. Tyson Neal, a big night tonight, 14 carries, 105 yards for Tyson. Jade Sellers, 7 for 41. Steve Rose, 3 carries for 12. Charles Moss, 3 carries for 10. And Jason Reeder carried the ball 1 time for 3 yards. 43 carries for Lebanon, 223 yards. Triplett, 4 of 8 passing, 63 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, 223 on the ground, 63 through the air, 286 total yards as opposed to 138 for Columbia as Lebanon wins big tonight, 27-7. 7. Donnie, we'll be back in 1 minute, again, after telling you the final score, 11-27, Columbia 7. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Car Wash post-game show with Coach Mark Medley. And I'm afraid, Coach, this all-state band's going to crank up behind us here and blow us right off this field. But good game tonight.
Well, I appreciate that, John. I'm just so proud of our young men. We lightened up in practice this week, not work ethic-wise, but just the mental part of it, and try to let these guys relax. And you know, it was kind of an eerie feeling coming out of there before the game. I didn't know whether we was ready to play or not, and of course it's been a rainy, old dreary day, but our young men, they gave a heck of an effort here tonight, and we played hard on both sides of the football. And you know, if we can cut out on the mental mistakes and on some of the penalties we've had the last 2 ball games, and continue with the effort we've got, you know, we feel like we're playing pretty good football now.
Let's talk about some of the stars of tonight's game. One in Tyson Neal.
Tyson Neal is a hard runner. He's a strong young man, and you know, he had a good night here tonight, as well as Jade Sellers, and both those guys, of course, are sophomores. And when your running backs have good nights, the people up front are doing a good job, and I thought our offensive line did a good job of blocking.
Steve Rhodes played a good game, both offensively and defensively. He had a touchdown pass and made some key tackles.
Yeah, he had, I don't know how many stops he was on, but I know he was around the football tonight, and we got him in the football game there right before half in our power offense, and snuck him out in the flat, and you know, he got the thing in the end zone. And then he's one of those guys that you know, he's going to give you all he's got wherever he is. And you know, Dirkson's come on and been doing a pretty good job for us at fullback, and it's allowed Rose to concentrate more at linebacker.
Talking about Pillow, of course, he is a great athlete. I think we held him to 17 yards in the first half, and it was like 38 yards until that long run right before the end of the game.
Yeah, you know, we have a lot of respect for that young man. We'd seen him on film, you know, get in the open and nobody runs him down, and you know, we had a lot of young guys in there at the end, and they stuck a football in the end zone. But our entire football team, we feel like, works hard, and these guys deserve a chance to play. And you know, we came down here to win this football game, and that's what we did. And I think we did a good job with Pillow.
Coach, first half you were 3 of 5 thrown a ball. 2 of the completions were for touchdowns. You opened it up in the air tonight a little more.
Well, you know, we felt like maybe we could throw the football coming in here tonight. Field conditions and the ball being wet maybe made us keep it on the ground a little bit more than what we planned on doing. But you know, Greg made some good throws, and you know, made throws when they counted, and that's a mark of a good quarterback, is getting his football team in the end zone.
Next week we got our last home game of the regular season. We played Cookeville. We win that game, we go to the playoffs.
You know, that's very much true, and you know, the only way we can not make the playoffs is if we lose to Cookeville and Oakland upsets Riverdale, and I don't think either one of them are going to happen, because I think our young men are going to have a good week of preparation. I think we're going to be ready to play, and we're going back to the playoffs. Now, who knows where we're going? It'll either be back here to Columbia or it'll be to Lincoln County. We just got to take care of business and take care of Cookeville and not worry about what happens over in Murfreesboro.
Any big injuries tonight? I know Ashley turned his ankle early in the third or fourth quarter.
Well, he's got 2 knee braces on and an AFO on the other ankle. We just need to get another apparatus on that ankle, and I think he'll be ready to go. You know, we'll go to Doc John's in the morning and take care of that and wrap him up. And you know, come this time of year, everybody ought to be ready to go, regardless of what's sore.
Coach, good to talk to you. Congratulations on a non-district win. Long way to go in the rain to come down here for a victory, but I enjoyed every minute of it, and I'm sure our listening audience at home did as well. Good luck next week against Cookeville. This has been the post-game show with
Stadium now, Murray County Stadium, as the Blue Devils have defeated the Lions of Columbia by a score of 27-7. The Blue Devils improved to 7-2 on the season, with just 1 game left to play in the regular season. That's next week at home against Cookeville. The Blue Devils, by virtue of that victory, have given Coach Mark Medley his 51st win at Lebanon High School. He's now 51-15 at Lebanon in a little over 6 3/4 of the season. The Blue Devils dropped Columbia's record to 6-3 as we held Ronnie Pillow under 100 yards on the night, and we got it done offensively as we just ground that football against Columbia and came